Hello everyone, I'm going to discuss adding and subtracting decimals. So here is the example, 35 hundredths added to 4 and 259 thousandths. Let's follow the following steps in adding decimals. First step, we line up decimal points vertically, just like what we have here on the screen. So we have 35 hundredths added to 4 and 259 thousandths. Make sure that the digits are properly aligned together with the decimal points. Next step, we add 0 to the right of any number as needed. So we have 35 hundredths, we have 3 digits at the first addends, while in the second, there are 4 digits to be added on the first addend. So what we need here is to add 0 to have an equal number of digits for us to add decimals easily. Step 3, we add the decimals from right to left. We must regroup if needed. So let's start adding from right to left. 0 plus 9 is equal to 9. 5 plus 5 is equal to 10, we put 0 and we regroup 1 to the next place value. Then 1 plus 3 is equal to 4, plus 2 is equal to 6. Then finally, we add the leftmost digit, 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. After adding all the decimals, we now proceed with the last step, which is to bring down the decimal point. We have the decimal point must be aligned together with the given number, so the final answer is 4 and 609 thousandths. Another example, 4 and 71 hundredths added to 2 and 2 tenths. Let's follow again these 4 steps for us to add decimal numbers properly. First step, we line up decimal points vertically, just like what we have here on the screen. Second step, we add 0 to the right of any number as needed. So we put 0 to the right side of the second addend to have an equal number of digits for us to easily add these decimal numbers. Step 3, we add the decimals from right to left. Make sure to regroup if needed. So 4 and 71 hundredths added to 2 and 20 hundredths, we start from 1 plus 0 is equal to 1, 7 plus 2 is equal to 9, 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. After adding all the digits, we now go to the last step, bring down the decimal point to the final answer. And we put the decimal point in between 6 and 9, so the final answer is 6 and 91 hundredths. In subtracting decimals, 8 and 6 tenths minus 2 and 28 hundredths. So we follow also same steps of adding decimals. First step, we line up decimal points vertically. So we have 8 and 6 tenths minus 2 and 28 hundredths. Step 2, this is very important, we must add 0 to the right of any number as needed. So in our minuend, we only have 8 and 6 tenths to be subtracted with 2 and 28 hundredths. So to make it easy to subtract, we need to add 0 to the right side of 6. So it turns now into 8 and 60 hundredths subtracted to 2 and 28 hundredths. If they have the same number of digits, we can now proceed with the third step. We are now ready to subtract the decimals from right to left. Regroup if needed If the number at the minuend is smaller than the number at the subtrahend, we have to regroup to the next place value, just like on the first digits. 0 minus 8 cannot be because 0 is lesser than 8. So we need to get 1 from 6, and 6 will become 5. 0 will turn into 10, and 10 can now be subtracted with 8. So 10 minus 8 is equal to 2. 5 minus 2 is 3, then 8 minus 2 is equal to 6. The final answer or the final step will be bring down the decimal point in your given answer. So 6, 3, and 2 will become 6 and 32 hundredths because we need to align the decimal point into the final answer. Let's have another example in subtracting decimals. The given is 14 and 26 hundredths minus 6 and 8 tenths. Step 1, we line up the decimal points vertically. So we write the decimal points vertically, arrange also the digits on its proper place. Make sure to align not only the decimal point but also the place value or the digit on its correct place value. Second step, we add 0 to the right side of the number that needs to have the same number of digits. So 14 and 26 hundredths will now be subtracted with 6 and 80 hundredths. Third step, we subtract now the decimals starting from the right to left. We need to regroup if necessary. Let's start from the right side. 6 minus 0 is equal to 6. 2 minus 8 cannot be because 2 is smaller than 8, so we need to get 1 from 4. 4 will turn to 3, and 2 will become 12. Then, 12 minus 8 is equal to 4. 3 minus 6 cannot be again, so we need to regroup again to the next place value. 1 will become 0, and 3 will now turn to 13. 13 minus 6 is equal to 7, and the final step is to bring now the decimal point aligning from the given example. So we have 14 and 26 hundredths minus 6 and 80 hundredths is equal to 7 and 46 hundredths. Don't forget, in adding and subtracting decimals, we follow the following steps. First, make sure to align the decimal points and the digits that belong to the same place value. Second, we write zeros to fill the empty spaces. Third, we can now add or subtract the decimals the same way we add the whole numbers, regroup if needed, and make sure to put the decimal point on their proper place. So that's all for today. I want you to answer the different exercises and answer that in your